I'm here with Tatiana Suarez, who's taking part in the UFC Noche panel. It's over now. How did you enjoy it?
Started off a little rocky because I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what to expect. That was my first one outside and everything, but it was great.
Yeah,
I
Cheeto's
think
wearing
that
long sleeves. I guess they didn't tell him it was outside.
I think he's okay though. It's not that hot outside.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to call Cheeto soft. I think that him wearing a long sleeve shirt just goes to show his attitude towards life.
That's probably true. Yeah.
So a big question for you. Today, a report came out that there's going to be a card in China, December the 9th. I imagine that the expectation would be we're going to see Zhang Weili against Yan Xiaonan on that card. Are you expecting that as well, if that is where that card is going to be taking place?
You know what? I'm not sure. I'm not really like putting too much into it just because I'm not the one fighting for it. I mean, obviously I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna be watching, but other than that, I'm just gonna continue to stay ready and get better as a martial artist and just focus on me.
Would you want to travel there to be a backup fighter or be on that card just in case they need somebody?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. That'd be cool. I mean, I'd do that. I mean, a nice trip to China. I've only been like 5 times, but what's one more time?
Would that be as a backup, or would you want to have another fight before you eventually fight for the championship, which seems at this point to be a foregone conclusion, at least in my opinion?
Yeah, I don't know about it being in China though. I'd have to probably fight like a Chinese fighter or something. But I mean, I think it would probably just be here in the States.
Was there a timeline in which you wanted to fight for the championship? Is there like an ideal ballpark month that stands out to you?
No, I don't have any, I just want it to be before the end of the year, obviously, preferably, before that, not before the fight, but, around that fight so that when I am victorious in that matchup, I can go ahead and get my title shot after.
So you're looking to stay ready, basically? That's what the thought process is?
Yeah, I want to stay active. I'm healthy, I'm young, so I just want to stay active, while I can. And while I'm healthy, because that seems to be something that had taken me out for a little bit. So now that I'm healthy, I want to fight as many times as possible.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting spot, right? Because you had so much time off. The championship is almost like secondary to getting as much experience as you can.
Right, absolutely, yeah. So for me right now, I'm just focusing on getting better again because, I had a lot of time off. While everybody was getting better, I had to take a lot of time off. So now is my opportunity to stay in the gym and get better, and then obviously show more skills in the octagon. I want more octagon time, so I just can't wait. I think I'm headed in the right direction, and I'll be a champion next year.
Now, this is a strange question for you, but because of all of the injuries that you battled for so many years, does it feel different to be healthy for a prolonged period of time without having to worry about all kinds of injury concerns and getting them remedied?
Well, before then I wasn't really injured ever, so no. I've been fighting for like 10 years, and it took me out for a few years, but it was like a bad little run there. But now I look forward to training smarter. That's the most important part, is just training smart. I used to train really hard, and then with me, a lot of times I get, I'll have training partners that maybe get a little too competitive because I'm beating them or whatever it may be, and then it just leads to an injury. So now I just pick and choose my partners wisely and just train smart.
Yeah, you almost have like a circle of people that you trust. Is that what the key is?
Yeah, absolutely. Just making sure that I have a group of people that I trust, and if I ever go somewhere new, I always ask the coach, who's good to roll with, just making sure so that I'm, because it's just at this point in my career, I want to make sure that, I continue in the right direction, which is towards, UFC gold.
And what do you think of this event, UFC Noche? Obviously, you embrace your Mexican heritage.
Yeah.
Is this the sort of event, if they make it an annual thing, whether it's this weekend or Cinco de Mayo next year's thing along those lines, that you want to be a part of?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't speak Spanish, but that doesn't mean that I don't have, Mexican blood, and I do. So my dad's Mexican, and so my mom's part Mexican as well. So, I do have that running through my veins, and I believe that shows a lot of times in my fights because I'm so aggressive.
Do you speak at least a little bit of conversational Spanish?
Yeah, ¿Cómo estás? Hola, the essentials,
I'm Canadian. We didn't learn any Spanish, so I can do a bit of French, but that's about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no. I actually learned Spanish in high school, but didn't retain any of it. somehow still got an A, but that's all that matters.
Yeah. You continuously get A's in life. So, I mean, that's what matters. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate you. And hopefully we see you step into the cage sooner rather than later.
Yeah, thank you.